I should be taking Ryder for his daily walk. Man, she's smoky out today, one of the worst days we've had. Yeah, I don't know where all this smoke's coming from this time. It's been fairly good for quite a while, but this is about the worst I've seen it. It's gonna have to be a short walk ride, buddy. And Dale's COPD won't handle this very well. Crazy. I would say the visibility is only about a bloody mile and a half, maybe. That's about it. Sheeshka. I didn't think it was that bad when I was in the city, but when you get out here and see a little distance, you can see how smoky it really is. Hello, folks. It doesn't look as smoky in here, but as you saw from the introduction there, I put a little clip on the beginning there. I'll put it on there. It's pretty smoky out here in the country when you see a distance. I can tell in my eyes and nostrils burning, and eyes feel like they got sandpaper in them, and you can taste the smoke. Be a short one, folks. Can't be out here too long with my bloody COPD. I'll be short of breath at the best of times. It's like smoking out here. Anyway, I thought I'd get on here and talk a little bit about the games this week. Calgary taking on Ottawa. They're all going to be close games, I think. CFL's pretty balanced, I think. Not one real weak team anymore. Edmonton seems weak, but they really aren't, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm taking Calgary in that one over Ottawa, just because Ottawa's starting Mazzoli. I don't know. I was never a real big fan of him anyway. He started doing some running and that. His arm was okay, but I just not a fan. Not really a fan of Mayer either, but of the two, I'd take them. Didn't really look into much of their injuries. And the other game, Elks over. I'm taking the Elks over Hamilton. Poor Bo, he's been relegated to the bench. I predicted that a long time ago. He was trying real hard. He was actually running past the line of scrimmage, which he never did that in his career when he could throw the ball and see the field good. But his seeing the field days seem to be coming to an end. He throws too many balls into real bad situations and ends up getting picked. I can guarantee you that's why he's sitting on the bench. And I'm not a Powell fan either. And plus they're hurting on the offensive line. Injuries. And Elks, they got a new owner. Way to go, Elks. No more public owned there. I think the guy's in construction. We'll see if he can make a difference like they did in Montreal. A new owner, and BC's new owner are both impressive. One thing about Ambrose, he seems to pick the right owners so far anyway. Now Ambrose, you just work on that damn command center. I've heard of hints they're gonna be revising the command center. Let's hope so, folks. Let's hope so. And the other game, which should be real exciting game, BC against Winnipeg. I actually was taking Winnipeg because I didn't think Rourke would start. But it's a 50-50 to me. Maybe I should take a tie and rely on the command center to help me out. Anyway, I think that'll be a close one. See how Rourke, I think he can still make a difference, even though it's his first game, but it's not his first rodeo. and he'll like the more space out there for throwing the ball and running. Gives him a big advantage over the NFL small playing field. One thing, it'll really help the viewership, you know. Player like that coming back, people will be interested to see how he's gonna do. So because he gets lots of press, and it'll help the CFL, which is a very good thing. They got, you know, BC, they're still missing Alouettes, I think. That in defense, he's a key guy. And old poor Jake Dolegala, he got cut. Yeah, had to make room. The salary cap is impossible for them. You know, they might be able to keep both of them this year, but they say they're not gonna. They're gonna keep both of them, but I guarantee you next season, Adams won't want to stick around sitting on the bench. He'll be looking for a different contract or a trade to a team where he can at least play. I think it's good for Rourke coming back. He'll get to play. You know, all of his cred was used up pretty well in the NFL. He went from team to team. Still make more money on the practice roster, but this way I think it might be able to boost his career. If he can come up here again and shine and get some tape, he might get some more interest from teams in the NFL again. Where he was just practice roster and trying from team to team. That should be a real exciting game. Like I said, I was actually taking Winnipeg because I figured, you know, but Rourke, he's gonna play, so when they changed all that up, I changed my mind. And the other games, of course, is our beloved Saskatchewan Roughriders against Montreal. You know, this game, we got to score more points than we did last game. You know, I don't even know, I think it was 16, what was it, 12 or something. You know, I expect a low scoring game again, but our only hope, I think, is to get some points on the board and force Montreal to have to get the ball downfield, because you know, even if it's Alexander or I don't know, they say Cody not going to play, but I wouldn't bet on that. He didn't want to sit out last year. I mean, not last year when he was with the Riders with his bum leg. I was so against that. He had no leg, and he's half the quarterback with no leg, because that's what the only thing I like about Fajardo is how he can scramble and get out of the pocket. But Montreal's defense is what's been winning them their bloody games. They're 8-1 for a reason, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a very impressive defense. With the Riders, I think Harris will play this week. He still hasn't said, but like, they haven't put out the rosters yet. But I would think he's going to play. AJ Ouellette's back. With Harris coming back, I don't know if people watch his videos. I'm not a massive fan of Harris. You know, he's got a quick release, and he's got can generally see the field pretty good, but he's not a moving target. And defense, you know, like they know that, and they've got that Johnson, leading sack guy in Montreal. He plays nose tackle, and he'll be going, he's on Furlan and Jones's side on our offense. And there's rumor that they're might swap them around, put Furland out at on the tackle position and move Jones inside. But we're still hurting in offensive line. It's not going to help Harris out if he does start. We still have Reed, Fry, Godbar, and then where they play Furland and Jones there. Another thing that might help us out is Thurman might come back. I think he might be forced to get back in here because we're hurting big time at linebacker. Avery looks like he's going to be out. I don't know if it's a head or a shoulder injury. And he's, we need Thurman back. I don't know, I think it's an elbow with him. It might affect how he can tackle. I don't see there, that's important there. We're weak there. And the other thing is, I would imagine, I don't know what they're going to do with the wing there in the corner, whether they'll keep Henderson out there and or bring back Williams. It seems that we haven't done as good when Williams has been out. Our record's not as good as when he was in. That's a decision. And our receivers will probably be Emilus, Baines, Myers. He did pretty good when he got in there, and they can't pull him off the roster now. And as Joe, he's got a finger injury now. That's kind of important for a receiver, your fingers. And they'll probably put Picton in there. Not sure who they'll have for backup. This is all speculative. They still don't have the lineup out. Won't be out till later. That's the only thing I don't know. Those guys that bet on games must be pretty hard. They really don't know who the hell's going to be playing for sure. I guess they can wait to put their bet in, but a lot of these fantasy things you've got to pick before it is established. It's good to see AJ back. He's gonna make a difference, I hope. You know, Frankie did good. Maybe they'll keep them both on there, but then we'll lose another spot there. So hard to say there, because AJ, he can take his toll on those linebackers. And Montreal has one of the best. They got Sankey, and they've got Breverat or something like that, his name is, plays the left side, weak side of the field. And they got that Dequoy safety in the back. He's a decent down player too. Like I said, they got a really good defense, and that's what's winning them games as far as I'm concerned. They've got, we'll have to watch out for on offense that at least, Philpott's out. That should help us out. What's his name again? Rambo, yeah, Rambo and Speaker. They still got them. Done really well for them. And like I said, I think it's all going to come down to whether we can put a few more points on the board. I think we're going to need upwards of 21 to pull this one off, and then hope our defense can stop them, because they pretty well stopped that Fletcher last game. All they could use Fletcher for was for swing passes and stuff. They didn't really get away on any passing downs. Man, better get back to the truck here. Really running out of breath here. The smoke's getting to me. I have to cut her a little shorter than normal. Maybe that's a good thing. I babble on too long a lot of times. And again, I'd like to thank everybody that watches and listens to me on this vlog. Really appreciate it. Getting more and more comments. Really enjoy that. I try to answer them all. And even if it's nothing to do with what talking about. I love answering questions if I can, and just put them down there. I'll try to get back to you. Sometimes I miss them. If I get a lot of them, they don't seem to come up on my feed. I'm not a YouTube genius, that's for sure. I try my best, and I really appreciate all the people that have subbed. I'm way over what I wanted to expect it to, and I'll just keep them going anyway, for a while anyway, if I don't pass out before I get back to the truck here. Man, I'm just sweating like a good thing. The smoke's probably keeping the temperature down. It's so bloody thick. I feel like I sucked in a carton of cigarettes already. My tongue has a different taste to it. Anyway, if I think anything more, or when they put the roster up, I'll maybe come up with another video, short one before the game. I'm literally looking forward to this one. This is the test, boys. They're 8-1, and we're first in the West. And if we win, no one can catch us. We got that 1 point. Lots of luck, yeah, right. Well, that still pisses me off, that one. Just one more thought before I shut her down here. This, I was just thinking that this smoke is like this, which they say it's supposed to be tomorrow again, and it's supposed to be right province through the province. If it's this heavy, there's rules, player safety, that if it's over a certain count, they don't play. And I wouldn't blame them, really. If it's like this, it's tough breathing out here for me, but I know they're athletes, but it's still not good for you. They're going to be sucking in a lot of this smoke if it's like this heavy. Anyway, till next time, go Riders, go.